Greetings, let's get into it. The SwagHer Daily Brief, Friday, May 9th, 2026, produced by Arnya T.M. Davis, sponsored by My Mind is My Business Conference at mymindismybusiness.com. Story number one. Tennessee just gerrymandered Black Memphis out of the map. Tennessee Republicans passed a new congressional redistricting map Thursday that effectively silences Black voters in Memphis, and they didn't even try to hide why. The new map splits the state's last majority minority U.S. House district in Memphis across three seats as Republicans attempt to flip the last Democrat held district in the state. This is the first map approved by any state as a direct result of the Supreme Court's recent ruling gutting the Voting Rights Act. To push it through, Tennessee Republicans first repealed a state law that had barred lawmakers from redistricting between censuses for around 5 decades, then changed legislative rules to limit public comment and fast track the whole thing. State lawmakers face pressure from that man in the White House who is worried about the 2026 midterms. Traditionally, the party in power loses seats in midterm elections, and his approval rating sits around 40%, the same as in 2018 when Republicans lost 41 seats in control of the House. The resistance on the floor was real. Tennessee Senator Charlene Oliver, a Nashville Democrat, stood on her desk holding a sign that read, "No Jim Crow 2.0, stop the Tennessee steal." Buried in the legislation, county election commissions will no longer be required to directly notify voters when their polling place or precinct changes. Governor Bill Lee is expected to sign the map into law immediately. My thoughts. Queen Latifah said it best at a 2024 rally. Your vote is your power. If it didn't matter, they wouldn't try so hard to take it away from you. What's happening in Tennessee is proof. They are coming for our political voice, deliberately and strategically. Pay attention, stay registered, stay ready. Story number two. Scientists say start evacuating now to New Orleans residents. A major new study just published in Nature Sustainability is sounding an alarm that's hard to ignore. New Orleans has passed a point of no return and must immediately begin planning a gradual managed evacuation before climate-driven sea level rise forces a chaotic crisis exodus. The research led by Tulane and Yale scientists paints a sobering picture. Southern Louisiana is facing 7 to 23 feet of sea level rise and the loss of three-quarters of its remaining coastal wetlands, which will cause the shoreline to migrate as much as 60 miles inland, potentially surrounding New Orleans and Baton Rouge. Because this land is also sinking, Louisiana is experiencing sea level rise at roughly 3 times the global average rate. The loss is so rapid that a football field sized area of Louisiana coastline disappears every 100 minutes. The authors argue by acknowledging the inevitability of New Orleans' future, government and residents can avert a chaotic rush retreat by planning a managed multi generational relocation and set an example for other threatened coastal communities worldwide. Yale professor Brianna Castro put it plainly: Louisiana is a canary in the coal mine. My thoughts: this is a scary situation, and I hope people are paying attention. New Orleans is one of the most culturally rich cities in the world and the home of Essence Fest, a celebration that means everything to our community. The time to take climate change seriously was yesterday. Pray for the people of Louisiana and let's stay informed. Moving on to story number three. This one is about fake sisterhood. So, a social media user named Natasha Wells lit the internet on fire this week with one statement: keep your fake sisterhood and women empowerment groups away from me. They're always led by mean girls. The post exploded, racking up thousands of comments, with women landing firmly on one of two sides. Have said finally someone said it. The others have called it bitter and divisive. Wells doubled down, saying many of the women running these groups wouldn't even join another women's group, and that the spaces often feel like high school all over again, full of cliques and popularity contests. Here's the real talk. She's not entirely wrong. And she's not entirely right either. There are spaces built on an aesthetic of empowerment without the actual infrastructure of it, where the founder is the brand and everyone else is the audience. We've all been in those rooms. But authentic community is real. The work is discernment, not dismissal. My thoughts are, as someone who has worked in women's empowerment for years, I've seen both sides of this. And that's exactly why I'm adamant about finding the right rooms and the right people. Not every space that calls itself sisterhood actually is. That's why the Visibility Vault for Black businesswomen exists. As a safe space where women can show up authentically, be seen, be supported, and grow without the drama. The Visibility Vault is the room I wish I had. Come find your people. And you can always reach out to us if you'd like to learn more about the Visibility Vault. The SwagHer Daily Brief is produced by Ornia T.M. Davis and brought to you by the My Mind is My Business Conference. Their website is mymindismybusiness.com. Stay tuned for our ticket giveaway to the conference, which will be held in Houston. We're going to do the ticket giveaway next week. So if you are in Houston or if you know someone in Houston, tell them to tune in to the SwagHer Daily Briefs. I'm sorry that I came to y'all late today. It has just been a crazy day trying to get a lot of stuff knocked out before the weekend. But do stay tuned for those tickets. We're really excited about being a partner for the conference. And mental health is something that is near and dear to me. Of course, I talk about mental health quite often, just as someone who is a bipolar person. So I'm glad that these type of events are being produced and we're happy to be taking part in this. And I want you all to experience My Mind is My Business for yourself. And this is my first time going, but we've been working together with these events like through media for some years now. And I know how hard Lakeisha is working to pull off something that is, I guess you would say, that is very intentional, but also that isn't the usual. And I've worked with Lakeisha plenty of times, so I know the excellence that she brings to each project. So I'm just happy to share it with you guys, and hopefully some of you all will get to experience it with us in real time in Houston. So peace and blessings. Y'all have a great weekend. I'll see you all on Monday.